Um, Elite route runner. He has ability to run routes like a receiver, and that's not very common for tight ends. And I feel like he does that at an elite level and puts himself in a position to win. And he's a good understanding of the game. And then he's also physical and is willing to block and everything like that. So it's a good combination of both. Yeah, me and Lathan had a conversation last year. We were like, yeah, that's the best tight end we played throughout the season, and we told him that, and he played really well against us, and before against us when we watched this film before the game. So it was just good to watch him play, and now that he's on our side of the Big Ten, it's a great feeling.
How does going up against a player like Jeremiah in practice every day, do you feel like a guy like you faces the best wide receiver talent in the country week after week?
I feel like it allows you to compete against the best in practice, so that when the game comes, it's kind of like there's no difference. It's an opportunity to test yourself against the best, which is always a good thing to see where you're at. And he's an elite talent and elite person, so it's just a great thing to be around him. Josh Downs, my brother. It's great. Just the ability to learn from him. He's been in a lot of big games. He's coached in a lot of Super Bowls and everything like that. Just the ability to learn from his experiences and just pick his brain on ball. It's an honor to be around him. Just he is an elite mind and level of thinking about the game. So it's an honor to be around him.
What a couple of things that you worked on in the offseason to make yourself
I feel like as a defender, there's always a couple things that you always need to work on and always get better at. Tackling is always something that people need to get better at, and then trying to take away the ball, whether that's stripping the ball, intercepting the ball, finding a way to get the ball away from the offense is something that every defender should work on. No, I feel like most of the time defense is defense. So at the end of the day, you're in every position on the field at every time at safety. So I feel like I'll be multiple like I was last year, and the ability to move around is something that I take pride in. But a lot of the same stuff we did last year, I'm expecting a lot of the same stuff. So. Oh, I'm super excited about fall camp. Just to see where we're at, see where we're at as a team, seeing the improvements that we made and how we've tried to push ourselves to get better this offseason. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where we're at as a defense, as an offense, and then just excited to see myself in the offseason that we've had.
back in the spring, think about taking down the signs. You're going to be this team this year, not anything like last year. How is that positively affecting you guys through the summer? Do you see those decisions help us get ready for this year?
I feel like it's just putting ourselves back at zero, giving ourselves the opportunity to earn something new, to not have last year hanging over our head. Just the opportunity to say we're going to work for whatever we can work for this year, and we're going to try to be the best that we can. That's all that we can control.
How do you feel like you and your teammates are adapting to that and making that be real for you?
I feel like there's a hunger. We've worked out vigorously, trying to get better, trying to better ourselves physically and mentally. Just find ways to chop wood, carry water, push ourselves to get better at the little things every day, and not just focus on the grandiose scheme of, oh, we want to win this game, we want to win this game, but every day find ways to get better at something.
How does playing Texas first change fall camp and all that?
I mean, either way, you got to come into the first game prepared and ready to play. So I wouldn't say it changes much at the end of the day. If I told you that we prepared a different way for a certain team than another team, you would say, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. So just trying to prepare at an elite level every game and make sure that our preparation is the same every week.
You guys are going to have younger players who step into bigger roles on this roster. Going into that first game, not only is it a big time matchup, the first game after the national title, there's going to be a lot that goes into that game, a lot of emotions. How do I guess you kind of balance that? You're someone who played as a freshman, you played, Alabama played Texas, your freshman year non-conference game. How do you balance those emotions when maybe that experience is so raw to some players?
I mean, we actually talked about that the other day. The emotions are going to be on 10 for the first game, and you got to find a way to find what level your emotions need to be at when you're playing, because it doesn't necessarily always need to be going full head of steam and I'm out of control. So just finding what mental space do you play your best at, and I feel like that's a big thing for especially people that haven't played. Finding out, do I need to be more energized, less energized? Where do I need to be for this game? So, I mean, I feel like that's something that each team faces for the first game, and I feel like you get better at it throughout the season. But it's definitely a question that everybody has to go through at the beginning of the season.
You seem like someone who's done a good job balancing emotions throughout your career. Do you feel like some of that was natural? Did you feel like you had to learn a lot, being thrown into fire freshman year?
I feel like a lot of that is just confidence in what you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be. So, I mean, my freshman year, I felt I was supposed to be where I was at. I was supposed to be on the field. I was supposed to be playing. So, when that opportunity arose and I was in the moment, it was kind of just like, let's do it. I mean, there's nothing else to think about. There's nothing else to worry about. Let's go play ball. And I feel like most situations that you go in with that mindset of this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I have everything that I need. I'm going to go excel and I'm going to go succeed. Things work out.
If you don't mind me asking, I'm curious, the revenue share change most of how much do you just affect you guys as players now? Is this something
Nah, I can't say it's affected me in any way. I mean, really all I had to worry about is playing ball. Playing ball on the field is the most important thing. At the end of the day, you got to make plays, and that's all that I can control.
Okay, replacing seven starters on defense earlier. Who are some guys that you're most excited about taking the field with? Potentially new faces for
Kenyatta Jackson, he stepped up in a big role in a big way this summer, and also Caden Curry. They're elite players, and they've been waiting on their time. So I'm eager to see what they do when they get on the field. And then also guys like Arvell Reese. I feel like he's our elite talent, and he'll be stepping into a major role when he gets on the field. I mean, he went through the same thing as a freshman, walking on the field, starting your first game. Just the anxiety that comes with that, and now he doesn't really have to deal with that anymore. Now he can go in every game and feel confident and ready to play, and he knows what he needs to do every game. So I feel like there's just more confidence that comes with him, because there's always that unknown as a freshman, but now it's you know what you need to do to prepare every week to put yourself in a position to win. So I'm excited to see what he does. Say what? It'd be good bump. Good bump.
You and Sonny both mentioned Kenyatta as someone who's really stepped up. What have you seen in Kenyatta?
Just stepping into a leadership role, taking control of the D-line room. He's a veteran guy in that room, and he's has a lot to prove and a lot that he wants his group to perform at. So I think he's pushed himself this summer to become better for himself and for the team. So I'm excited.
Defensive end in general, you got a lot of depth there. How do you think that could be an asset for you guys?
It's always good to have fresh pass rushers. So just to have new guys, new faces, being able to sub in and out of the game is always a positive. I feel like it's just the ability to know what it takes to win games and put yourself in a position to share that with your teammates. He knows what he needs to do on the offensive side of the ball to put themselves in a position to win and what it's supposed to look like. And I know to somewhat what it's supposed to look like on the defensive side of the ball. So just making sure that we share that with our teammates and put ourselves in the best position and make it obvious and to our teammates what is the expectation for our side of the ball. I would say he's an elite talent, but just the work ethic that he plays with and that he works out with every day. The intensity, every rep that he takes, everything that he does, it's an elite person to watch. So just watching that, it's a great thing to see, and he knows I got a lot of love for him either way, whatever he does. So that's my guy. Yeah, I ain't really been thinking about that as much, but I mean, last year it was an opportunity, but I was kind of just like, let's just play defense right now. So we're gonna do. I'm just gonna do whatever job they put me at. So we'll see. But if they put me on offense, I'll try to make a play on offense. If they put me at kick returner, I'll try to make a play at kick returner. Whatever position I'm at on the field, I'm gonna try to make a play. He's an elite mind. He has a lot of experience coaching in big NFL games, and he's won a lot. And that excellence of winning carries over to Ohio State. So I think he's a great fit, and I think he's a great person.
You've seen Julian at Alabama. You've seen Ohio State.
I seen Julian for like half a week at Alabama, so it's kind of, I don't know if that's a very plausible thing to say that I saw him at Alabama. But I mean, he's grown a lot in the past year of being here, and I'm excited to see what he does when he steps on the field in the fall. Somebody that was a good teammate. I feel like on the field, tackles, picks, pick sixes, that type of stuff, that'll take care of itself, and that's the things that doesn't really need to be talked about, because at the end of the day, every player always has that stat around their name. But can I be a leader to my teammates? Can I be somebody that they can count on? I feel like that's a truly important thing that can't really be measured. So. Hard Knocks. Sonny Styles. He's a clown. I would say Sonny Styles.
What stands out to you about that regular season game that Oregon last year? Maybe the environment doesn't have to do something in the game itself, but what stands out to you? What do you remember about that?
Now, looking back at it, I think that was a changing point for our defense. I think it helped us excel to where we were at the end of the year and change our philosophy a little bit to put ourselves in a position to win. But in the moment, they had an elite crowd. That was a serious atmosphere. They did a great job that game, and they came out on top.
So what's your lasting memory of the Rose Bowl and getting to avenge that loss on the way to the title?
Joy. I mean, it's a great experience being able to play a team twice that you lost to. It gives yourselves the opportunity to avenge the mistakes that you've made. I made some mistakes in that first game, and a couple other players made some mistakes in the first game that we wanted to get back. So it gave ourselves the opportunity to do that and further our season based off of it.
Coach State said that over the last month of the new NIL clearinghouse that there have been some deals by Ohio State players that were either denied or CSC didn't get back the players in time. Have you had any NIL deals denied over the last month or that weren't cleared in time to where you lost money?
Yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm just focused on playing ball. I mean, I can't really.
Fair.
I don't know any of that.
There's a lot of headlines last week, and a lot of people commenting at SEC Media Days, including Lane Kiffin, about Nick Saban possibly returning to coaching.
Okay.
Given your decision in life, I want the players' perspective on your thoughts of Like
Um,
say if in the return to college, what do you think about it, given how your life has played out because of his choice of the team?
I mean, I got a lot of love and respect for that man. I chose to play for him out of high school. Um, I can see him coming back, but I haven't talked to him about it, so I can't really say whether he's going to do that or not. If he does, I'm sure he'll make a big impact on the college football again. But I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be some news if he decides to do that.
Much difference in the SEC.
At the end of the day, football's football. Some schematic differences in terms of what personnel people play in and how they play their defenses, but a lot the same. I mean, weather's different, but other than that, playing on grass and playing on turf is different. I played 11 games on grass in the SEC my freshman year, and Big Ten last year I played 1 game on grass. So, but at the end of the day, football's always football. Oh, grass for sure. Feels better. Less stress on your body. Tackles hurt less. Everything like that. If it's good grass, it's easier to cut too. So. I mean, I feel like all defenders need to get better at the same things every year. Tackling in space, tackling in the box, playing the deep part of the field, getting the ball away, getting turnovers, finding ways to do that at a more effective pace, and then just growing in my knowledge of the game. I feel like we're all like really talented players and have the chance to be a leader at what we do. I feel like they're both stepping into who they want to be on the field and growing into leadership roles on the team for sure. Um, and I feel like they made a lot of strides in the spring. So I'm excited to see how the first couple of days of camp go, and then see where we're at after that. But it should be a good good event.
And then as someone who's not familiar with your coaches, I think the Big Ten has taken the SEC caliber
I feel like whatever team wins the national championship can say whatever they want. So the Big Ten's won the past 2 years, so they can claim whatever they want to claim until somebody else takes it. Um, I'm gonna say my guy, Jermaine Matthews. I mean, I'm not even gonna say too much. I just feel like he's an elite talent. So
Is he the best trash talker on the team? It just seems that way.
the best trash talker on the team, I would say it's a yeah two-way tie for first. Jermaine Matthews and Brandon Ennis are the two biggest trash talkers on the team for sure. Don't ask Coach Mick who it would be because he would put my name in there. But let's not do that. Only to Coach Mick. Only to Coach Mick. Only to Coach Mick.
What's how fun is it when you have two guys lined up against each other, line scrimmage that are both pretty good trash talkers?
Literally, there'll be times where I'll be having to tell him to stop talking trash so we can actually play football. So it brings energy to the team, and that's one of the things that I appreciate them both for. They always make it fun. They always bring energy, and not just make it work, but make it having fun with your teammates. So it's a great thing. Say what? He allowed me to further my knowledge of the game. I feel like the more people that you're around in this game, the more you have the chance to learn. So I feel like he furthered my education, and he was just a great person to learn how he thought of the game and how he prepared for the game. He was a great guy.
Saving like the day to day, like Monday to Friday and then Saturday. What's he like as a coach?
very focused, very intentional, hard nosed for sure. He wanted how he wanted it, and I appreciate that because you got to have some opinion on how you want things to be done. So I appreciate him for that, and he helped our team a lot last year. Elite, yeah, just elite, elite at what he does. Elite talent, elite off the field, elite on the field. Um, he's elite. How many are we doing? I mean, I'm always gonna take me. So I'm 6'4", I guess. I mean, I'm always gonna take me. Yeah. Um, I mean, I see the positives of it because the NFL is such a violent game, and some people may not be fully developed and ready to go play at that level. But I feel if you are, though, it's kind of a I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but it's just it limits your options for sure. So it's a it's a rule. It's a rule. Yeah, I mean, I loved watching college football as a kid, and I love playing college football. So I don't have any type of as for the NCAA and the NFL to decide. But I mean, if somebody's ready to go and somebody has the ability to do it, and they're willing to take that chance of saying I'll be the youngest guy to get picked, I could see it being a positive. But
knows we have Jim Laurinaitis. This linebacker coach, he still has these guys. What's it like just being around that much intelligent football?
um, I feel like it's such a blessing for me just to be around people that have been around the game so long and just have elite level knowledge of football. It's allowed me to grow in my understanding of how coordinators call games, how you prepare for games, how you watch film. So, I mean, I appreciate all of them because I've learned things from everybody. So it's been great.
Jeremiah, has Florida pretty much closed the chapter on the best state receivers?
Say it again.
For like just the states that have the best players, like for instance, Florida might have the best wide receivers at any level. From what you've seen with all the football they play, what state has the best receivers?
Um, I can I can say that Florida has really good receivers, but I can also say my brother is a really elite receiver out of Georgia. So, but I'll give it to him right now. I'll give Florida. They have really good receivers. I'll say that. I think going into it, they told us it was probably 50 or 60,000, and somebody was like, that's not like crazy or nothing. But they was rocking in there, and they came out with the motorcycle on the field, and I was like, oh, I was like, okay. But I mean, I love that type of energy. So I mean, it was a positive for me, and I liked those type of atmospheres. So it was great. I mean, that's not really for me to decide, but I mean, after a couple years of playing each other, if that continues to happen, maybe.
So we've heard, Coach Day, a bunch of other coaches talk about, your work ethic in the room, watching film. How much of that do you do in the off season? How much, have you found yourself watching film on Texas or Penn State, like teams that are on the schedule already?
I watched the whole season from last year, and I watched a couple games that, like the teams that we played last year that they played prior to playing us. So not necessarily like honed in on one team or nothing like that. Just continuing to watch football and see what I can see, and continue to learn from it. So yeah, I mean, I love watching film and giving myself the opportunity to learn things and have a chance to see things when they happen in the moment and read and react to it. So that's something that I take pride in, that I've learned a lot through the coaches that I've been around.
Is it difficult preparing for a quarterback who hasn't played a ton? Like you guys are playing Archman week 1. He's obviously had some playing time, but it's not super extensive. Like, how much do you balance, the couple games of film you have with there being some unknowns about, what he can do here?
Um, I mean, at the end of the day, football's football. It's not always just on what the quarterback does, but it's also how the OC plays and how what talent they have around them. So he played a lot. Like I think he played like 3 games or 2 or 3 games last year. So it'll just be a chance to watch those games to see what he did those games. And the first game is always a little bit like that. You don't really know everything to expect, but it's really just whoever reacts the fastest and can make adjustments the fastest. That's who's probably gonna win the game. So. Attack every day with extreme intensity and focus. Um, every day at camp is a needed day at camp. Even if you're tired, even if you don't feel like being here, go at every practice with intensity and focus. Because at the end of the day, when you look up and you're about to play a game, you'll want to know you did everything to prepare for it.